Citizens of the Hickory Ridge settlement and the troops of His Majesty's army, gather near and give your attention, for this general court-martial is now sitting. God save the king and his honorable court.
God save the king!
My name is Ethan Maycott, Lieutenant of His Majesty's North Carolina Provincials, and today we are here at the court-martial of Captain Renault Jackson. On the court-martial tribunal is Colonel Nathaniel James Howard, Commander of His Majesty's Provincial Forces in North Carolina, and Major Matthias Winters, Commander of the North Carolina Provincial Regiment. This court-martial is hereby convened by a warrant from His Excellency General Lord Cornwallis, Commander of all of His Majesty's forces in the southern colonies of America, from Virginia to Georgia inclusive, etc., etc., etc. Bring the accused to the dock. Captain Jackson, I advise you that pursuant to the Articles of War, you may present a defense with any relevant testimony and give evidence before this tribunal. You will be permitted to cross-examine the Crown's witnesses. You at no time shall be compelled to give evidence that may incriminate yourself. You may seek the assistance of counsel who may aid you in representing your defense. Do you understand?
Aye.
Then to be sworn, raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear that the evidence that you shall give before this court-martial shall be the truth, the whole truth, and only the truth, so help you God?
Aye.
Do you wish to present counsel or a second to aid you in your defense, sir?
Yeah. Aye.
Will the members of the jury please stand, raise your right hand, and be sworn? Do you solemnly swear that you will duly administer justice according to rules and articles of betterment of His Majesty's forces, and according to the Act of Parliament now in force for the punishment of the harassment of the local citizenry of this settlement, without partiality, favor, or affection, so help you God? Please be seated. We now read the charges and arraign the accused. This court-martial being duly assembled and sworn by His Majesty's ward, and duly issued His Majesty's Court of Inquiry, the 19th day of October, 1780, doth charge the accused, Renault Jackson, a captain in His Majesty's North Carolina Provincial Regiment, being brought before this general court-martial with being guilty of the crime of harassment of the local citizenry of this settlement. This is a capital offense and in violation of General Lord Cornwallis's orders not to threaten or harass the local populace of this colony. Committed the 19th day of October, 1780, at 11:30 in the morning, to wit, while assigned to that settlement to protect its citizens from the growing rebel mob that stalks these hills. Captain Jackson abandoned his duty to harass Mr. Friedrich Svensson, the local blacksmith. Under no order was he to engage with the blacksmith. He was then arrested and interned temporarily in the local prison. Do you confess to being Renault Jackson, captain of His Majesty's North Carolina Provincials?
Aye.
Having heard the charges brought against you, you will now enter a plea. So, sir, how say you? Are you guilty of the charges brought against you? Yea or nay?
Nay.
Very well, sir. Your plea is entered and taken down. Please be seated. The Crown will now begin its case. Members of the jury, distinguished gentlemen, officers of His Majesty's Army, today, the 19th of October, 1780, at 11:30 in the morning, Captain Jackson, who is stationed in this settlement to protect the citizens from the growing rebel mob, was caught harassing Mr. Svensson at his blacksmith shop. The evidence will prove that it was his intent to start a fight with said blacksmith, for no other reason than seeing His Majesty's honored subjects suffer. He even drew his weapon on the blacksmith. This constituted a breach in the orders of His Excellency General Lord Cornwallis. After hearing this evidence, I will ask that the court render a sentence of a reprimand and have him transferred to a different post where he is less likely to cause trouble. The Crown will now call its first witness. The Crown calls Mr. Friedrich Svensson.
Aye.
Please remain standing and raise your right hand. Do you swear that the evidence that you shall give before this tribunal shall be the truth, the whole truth, and only the truth, so help you God? Please be seated. Mr. Svensson, This morning at 11:30, were you working in your shop on an order for His Majesty's British Legion of Dragoons?
I was.
And also, at this time, did Captain Jackson come to your shop and verbally berate you as well as draw his saber on you?
On numerous occasions before, but on that particular time, now.
Can you give the tribunal your entire account of the event?
Since you showed up to the settlement, I was told by the colonel himself, 400 horseshoes for His Majesty's Dragoon. No later than tomorrow morning. Made enough shoes, material I had put aside in the shop. Was waiting on a second wagon to show up from His Majesty's army. Was informed by the colonel that it was slow. It was being mucked up on the trail. Was waiting for its arrival. Using materials to make the rest. The captain there come up to the shop, called me a dog. Said he was going to punish me. Make sure that I behaved accordingly. I had no quarrel with the man before. Do now.
Did this seem to be a random occurrence, or do you feel that the captain was intentionally targeting you?
Well, he's definitely targeted already. Been doing it all morning.
Do you have any further comments? Very well, Your Excellency. At this time, the Crown will rest, calling no further witnesses. As the accused, you have the right to testify on your own behalf and call witnesses on your account. Do you wish to testify or call witnesses on your account?
Testify on my own.
Therefore, raise your right hand. Do you swear that the testimony that you shall give before this tribunal shall be the truth, the whole truth, and only the truth, so help you God?
Aye.
Very well, proceed with your testimony.
Where I come from, we have a peace and a war chief. But here, we have a stuck pig sitting behind a desk, letting these rebels do as they want.
You will speak only to what the trial is about. Is that clear?
I get in there. Mr. Svensson has been loitering around the tavern, loitering around the place as if he owns it. But we are in charge. When a dog misbehaves, you beat it. So if you do not beat the dog, he will continue to do no work, continue to laze around, take advantage of our kindness, and leave us to rot. Our colonel may not do anything about it, but I will. And I did. I have no guilt.
At this time, if there is no other testimony or witnesses, the jury will take as much time as it needs to deliberate. Gentlemen, have you reached the verdict?
Yeah.
The court has duly considered the charges against Captain Renault Jackson and are unanimously of the opinion that he is guilty of the crime of harassing the civilians of this settlement. They have unanimously convicted him of this charge, a breach of General Lord Cornwallis's orders, and have sentenced Captain Jackson to a reprimand and transfer to a new post at Fort 96 under the command of Colonel John Kruger to negotiate new treaties with the Cherokee. General Lord Cornwallis confirms the foregoing sentence and orders the reprimand to be issued at the end of this trial and the transfer to take effect tomorrow, the 20th day of October, 1780. This court-martial is adjourned. God save the king.
God save the king.
Colonel, you may issue your reprimand.
Captain, after repeated insubordination, it is with great honor and happiness that we remove you from You are to remain in the tavern. If I catch you outside the tavern or near the blacksmith shop, we will have you shot on the spot. Is that clear?
As a day.
Mr. Svensson, I apologize for the treatment that you went through. But also, unfortunately, I must inform you that if you do not have the horses done by tomorrow morning with what you have, you will have no choice but to burn down your blacksmith shop. Thank you, gentlemen and ladies. That would be a kindness because when Colonel Tarleton arrives, he is not as forgiving as I am.
He's had plenty already as far.
Friend, we've got a problem. One that may not be resolved with peace and talks. We can talk further later.
He's only one man and he's no material. Unfortunately, there's plenty of strikes against him. Previous. Well, I'll go lend him a hand myself.